Welcome, one and all, to the final round of the International Sim Drivers Association GT3 World Challenge. And what a place to live out the finale of such a topsy-turvy series of races. We've had endurance rounds, we've had sprint rounds, and now it's the big one. As the camera pans across the spares box dipper. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ike Sky, and we are live for the qualifying for the final round of this season. As the drivers are just coming through to start their warm-up laps, let's take a look at the competitors out early. The two Pirate Racing drivers are through straight away. The 28 car, I think that is, of Jamie Noble, Ferrari, Bentley, another of the Pirate Racing. So Mixic is at least out on the track already. The amount of speed that these GT3 cars can carry, absolutely astonishing. As the 51 of Concoli comes through the dipper. This is what we're going to be getting used to through the course of the race. Wonderful, wonderful scenes. I can't express just how much I love this track. Really can't. We are a bit down on drivers tonight, unfortunately. Only 19 drivers set to take the grid at this point in time, but there's 17 minutes left of the qualifying session. Plenty of opportunity for drivers to join. If you are in chat, give us a shout and who you're supporting tonight. Matej is supporting the Pirate Racing drivers, having sealed up the championship for sure. I don't think anyone can touch them. They are in this for the glory of the individual drivers. So plenty for them to play for between themselves now as well. They have been out of reach of the majority of the drivers for a very, very long time. What a glorious looking landscape. Absolutely love Australia. 22 of Borovec, best number on the track by far. Not that I'm biased at all. Coming back down Comrade Straight. This is where the 22 car will start to feel a little bit slow in comparison to the Bentley in front, which I would dare say might be a Mr. Minton. No, it's not Mr. Minton. It will be Otto Winkler then. Yes, in the 82 car. So Minton running a very patriotic livery for the final time. As the times come in, let me give you a live turn-by-turn of how to take a lap of Bathurst. Turn 1, held corner, second gear. On the brakes as late as you can. There is banking on the inside to be able to help you, and the main reason for that is so you can get as much speed coming up the mountain straight, which is where we're coming along here. On the map it looks perfectly straight, and as you can see, even this is complicated. On the brakes down to third gear for Quarry Bend. Try and take those curbs on the inside, but lean heavily on the curbs on the outside. That's the only way you're going to make your speed up here. And then into the cutting. Audi cutting is the generation that we're using here in ACC, and then up through Griffin's Mount and Reed Park. Hold the car as flat as you dare. The Bentley in front gets a little bit of understeer, so has to let off, and that's going to put pay to Borovec's lap through here, up through Suleiman Park. Watch the wall on the outside. Their entire earth is behind there, and then through McPhillamy. Scene of so many accidents that we've seen, and over Skyline where you fall off the edge of the earth, through the S's, and the dipper. As quick as you can say it, a quick left-right, these are unnamed, and then Forest Elbow to bring you out onto Comrade Straight again. The corner, the line through the corner doesn't matter, but Philippe using every bit of road that he has available to him and a little bit more touching the wall on the outside to try and get the highest possible speed up on Comrade Straight. The Porsches are going to be at a massive disadvantage coming down in towards this chase here. They will have the performance over the lap, but if they are within touching distance by the time they get off the mountain, they are going to be in serious trouble. Nice and calmly through the chase, and now Philippe Barbec will wind up for one more attempt at the lap. Murray's Corner, named after the famous Walker commentator, will finish out the lap. A fairly simple corner come the end of the lap. Absolutely love that Porsche, but Maciej Heiler in the PCDC Audi is the car who currently holds that provisional pole position. I wonder if the Ferrari was just opportunely placed to give him a drag down the straights, because that Audi is also not going to be the quickest of cars in a straight line. Great timings there so far. Barbec is lacking at the moment. I think he might have a bit of damage. He might have to get back to the pits to get the best out of that Porsche. Verlich is going quickly compared to his previous lap. This is going to put him right in contention in the 44 Young Boys Team Porsche. Lots of speed in that blindingly white Porsche as it comes through Murray's. Can he keep it all held together? Tricky. Every single corner on this track is tricky. That pushes him to 6th position. And he will take another bite of the cherry. Jamie Noble in the 28 car, currently 11th. Get my numbers all mixed up there. Coming back down the Comrade Straight. This is where he has an opportunity to gain or lose time, respectively. Losing it at the moment. Didn't quite get the drive off of Forest Elbow. But coming into the chase, gets it all hooked up nicely on the apex. Wonderful looking bean livery as well. On the brakes through Murray's. Looking super poised. Just give the kiss on the outside and that'll be enough for 9th position at the moment. Maciej Heiler is going quicker again. Up the mountain straight he comes. And into quarry. Can he hold? I tell you what, let's jump on board with the Audi driver. See where that Audi is making the pace. Oh, look at the apex speed through the cutting. Absolutely astonishing. Up and over. Mines the one wall. Keeps it out the other. Straightening the wheels really early on. There must be a lot of sideways motion on the back of that Audi. Can he keep it all together? Coming over Skyline. That's astonishingly quick. He's half a second for up on his previous time as he comes through Sector 2. The relentless left, right coming down the hill ends up with Forest Elbow. What happens to the Audi now? Oh, the timing screen cannot make up its mind if he's going quicker or slower. I think he's just lost a little bit of time from his previous lap, but a very good exit nonetheless. In towards the chase now. Good to see this done at full speed. Absolute poetry from the PCDC Audi driver. And into Murray's. Super late on the brakes from the Audi as well. will run all the way up to the end and will improve even more. 7/100ths away from getting into the 2 minutes. Now, qualifying is only half the battle, but it looks like Hyla may well be on the way to winning the first part of this war. Boravec coming out onto the Conrod Straight is up on his previous times. And the lap's good as well. Dakuza's coming through the chase though. Is going faster. Has a possibility of getting into the top 10 here if he can keep that Bentley all together through the final corner. Tidy as you like. Goes to 8th, just ahead of Dan Minton in the 75. Hyla's going faster again. I don't believe this, but he's going faster again. Boravec will go to the best of the rest. We're behind Berenic and Hyla. What a good way to finish out the Inter-Team Championship. But Hyla still with... He's going he's going significantly faster as well. I'm not going to jinx anything, but that is a very, very quick Audi. Through the chase. Every corner's a mission. Gets it hooked up on the inside. Wouldn't have wanted to touch that curb as it unsettles the car a bit too much for the quick left-right of the cutting. But he's still going to be quicker. Wait for him to come across the line. He gets the throttle down coming out of the corner and goes even quicker. A 2 minutes, 0.693. Absolutely untouchable. As is the Porsche 22 of Boravec and Berenic. I will get their names right by the end of this race. Out on to Conrod Straight again they come. He's going faster. Berenic is going faster too, but nowhere near as fast as his teammate is. This is going to close the two Porsches up, and that drag down the Conrod Straight by the Ferrari is not going to do him any disservice whatsoever. Through the chase, and he is a little bit slower on exit, perhaps carrying a little bit too much speed through the apex. Through Murray's corner he comes now. Throttle on exit. He's very, very quick. It is very quick. And takes second position ahead of Berenic. But Berenic, not to be outdone, is heading up the mountain now. Number 8 car within a shot of a competition with his teammate. The rest of the field are an entire second off of these leading times. Absolutely astonishing display. Let's hope the Maciej Hyla can hold it all together. And less so him, more his internet can hold it all together for him to take the win for this final round of the championship. Rock Cops in the Lexus, coming over Skyline, falls off the edge of the world and through the dipper. Oh, big twitch of oversteer. That's not what you want with the wall so close. Still very much up on his previous times. Has a lot of potential again to get almost into the top 10. Minton is still circulating, but is somewhat off his previous lap times. He might have just come out of the pits, to be fair. What else do we have? Tadic is going quicker, but not enough to trouble the top 10. Rock Cops has also lost out a massive amount. But he comes through the final corner nonetheless. Another opportunity to take that car into the top 10 begins anew. Ido, meanwhile, is coming down Conrad Straight, has the very distant draft of a Ferrari in front of him, will come through the cutting clean as you like. The front engine Lexus won't be feeling that curb quite as much as the mid-engine Audi was. Into Murray's he comes. He lost a bit on the exit there, but this should be enough to put him up alongside his teammate. Provisionally speaking, they're a tenth apart. So lots of opportunity for those two to work together later in the race. When we get to the race session, Rock Cops is going quicker again, though. Jamie Noble has gone faster and brought himself up to 7th position. Good to see. Asura Maru has not set a representative lap time yet. We'll see where that can take him to, though. 17th will displace Igor Krisnic and Otto Winkler. But we're under 2 minutes to go. Can Maciej Heiler go any faster? He's up at the moment. And as soon as I say that, I had a feeling it might be a Forest elbow. He drops right back. But I think he's pretty secure in his position at the moment. To Bovsek in the third of 3 Ferraris. That's a pattern that I didn't see occurring. Through the dipper. And out again, nice and clean. The Ferrari is very tiptoey. No sign of oversteer at the moment, though. I wonder what his traction control is set to. This is a good lap for Tabovsek. I think I'm fairly okay in saying that. This could well push him up to competing with the Porsches if he gets it all right through Murray's corner. Bit of a knock that will set the traction control ablaze. Will get ahead of all the other Ferraris, but in the end not able to touch the Porsches. Heiler looks like he's going quicker again, but only ever so slightly. He'll be wanting to try and get a proper exit off of Forest Elbow. This time he does? Not quite. So that 2 minutes .639 was a bit of a freakish storm of pure pace for him to get all of that out. Neither Zach, it has just started a lap, so we'll stay with this Ferrari. I think he's going to be one of the last across the line. The 213 will take the checkered flag. The 80 will be the last across the line. So, cars that we need to be focusing on. Dakuza is already behind. Nidazak is losing time as well. I wonder if he thinks he can gain time further in the lap. Nidazak, meanwhile, is on par with his previous performances, he must feel like he's had a weak sector somewhere in the lap that he has yet to improve on. This could well be danger time for Concoli and Tabovsek if Zach can hook all of this up. Just gotten a little bit light over the bump on the entrance to Forest Elbow. Got it all locked up, and that is going to be all she wrote. Can Rock Cops improve any higher as he comes across the line? He will get ahead of the 5 Audi. Ido and Rock then in front and behind each other. 80 car has already dropped into the pits. I think this is going to be similar for the Ferrari as well. Unless he can... Oh, he can. No, not quite. That's unfortunate. He will go and complete the lap, however. And that is all she wrote. Let's wait for the... There we go. For the final time then, and for the most prosperity imaginable, let us do one more walk along the grid for round 6 of the PCDC GT3 World Challenge in Assetto Corsa Competizione. Taking the lead, or leading the pack away, will be Maciej Heiler in the 213 Audi. Filip Borovec will pull up alongside, ahead of his teammate, the number 8 of Romano Berenic. Simon Tabovsek will be behind the 2 Pirate Racing Porsches in 4th, with Barnabas Concoli in 5th. Neither Zach will have to settle for 6th position and try and make some progress up the field through the course of the race. We have an hour and a mandatory pit stop to be served, so plenty of opportunities for strategy to be played out. Let me just readjust this. I need one of those crosshairs, really. Jamie Noble is behind in the 28 Aston Martin, with Leon Verlich in the 44 Porsche resigned to 8th in the end. Dan Minton will keep in the top 10 in the 75 Bentley, with Adrian Santic in 10th in the 125. D'Couza will start in 11th, with Matej Miksik in 12th. Rock Cops, Asura Maru and Ido Cops make up 13th, 14th and 15th. Senol Tadic is in 16th, with Dejan Jokic in 17th. Igor Krishnic will start from 18th position. 19th will be Otto Winkler, and that is the starting grid for the final round of this championship. And I've got it out of the way so quickly that I clicked the wrong button. There we go. That we can even enjoy the liveries for the final time this season. That number 80 car looks absolutely wonderful. It really does. 96 of Miksik on the left-hand side as well. Really important that that car gets as high up the field as it can to support its teammates. The 2 Lexus on the right-hand side, watch for those to work together to get up towards the head of the field. And the 2 Ferraris ready and waiting to pull away as well. Safety car will abscond to the pits. And the Bentley of Winkler will round out the grid as the drivers pull away. Endurance lights on the 82 already. And away they go. For the final time in this season anyway. There will be another season. Don't worry about that at all. While the drivers are getting the tyres and brakes and engine, everything else warmed up. Let's have a very quick look at the championship standings. Remco Langendijk is the driver leading the Drivers' Championship with the connection issues that the Pirate Racing team has had over the past few races. He has been able to run away ever so slightly with that points advantage. Adrian Santic in third is also a big challenge to the lead of the Pirate Racing drivers. Messias Heiler could overhaul a lot of these drivers if he is as dominant as he seems from the state of qualifying. And also Winkler holding on in 16th. Lower down the grid, the unluckiest man on the grid is in the top 16. Barnabas Concolid in 17th. Verlich, another driver that we know is on track tonight and has an opportunity to do quite well if he can hook the car up. Also, Team B, Max Bewley, who is not present tonight, will go no further in the championship for sure. And that is what we have on our plates as the drivers come through the dipper. This will be the slowest that they take this corner. I think they'll go faster than this even if they're under safety car. Shout out in chat. Who are you supporting? Who do you want to see take the win? And is anybody going to be able to touch that PCDC Audi other than perhaps lag? We have a new race director in the form of Nikola Mochbob, who most of you will know as Nixmox. So be prepared to be hearing his voice through the course of the race. As the 125 absconds to the grass, trying to get a little bit too much heat into the tyres. Ty Martin is thinking that 89 Ferrari is going to take the win. It'll be a lot of work, but it's not undoable. Just getting the last of the heat into the tyres, and now 2 by 2 they come down towards Murray's Corner. Let's do this then. For the final time this season, the drivers line up 2 by 2, trying to get as much heat into the tyres as they possibly can. They come around Murray's Corner, and we wait for the lights to go green. They do as they come across the line. Now they go green. The Audi gets a good hook up to the inside, but the Porsches will be quicker from the getaway. Those Ferraris are going to be incredibly quick up the start-finish straight. Let's just make sure everybody else is getting through safely. Perfect. As we've come to expect from the ISDA drivers. Berenic right up underneath the wing of his teammate. I dare say there is going to be a lot of communication between these two. They need to have the faster cars making hay. Meanwhile, Nida Zach has made absolute hay and is already up behind the two Porsches for the podium positions. Excellent driving from the Zach racing car. And where have we lost? We've lost a Ferrari, and we haven't lost it that much. It's Concoli has dropped back in the field, given up to Verlich. That was Jamie Noble having a little touch on the wall on the outside. Perhaps cold tyres getting the better of him. And only a couple of cars behind too is that 75 Bentley of Dan Minton. Really hoping to see some representative performance from Dan. He's an absolute star in the car and deserves so much more than he's getting at the moment. Borovic has already dropped 1.7 seconds from the Audi in the lead. I feel a Porsche team swap is going to be coming pretty soon. Perhaps into the chase. No. Every point can count for both of these drivers. But do they have an agreement going into this race that perhaps they're going to stick line astern and play the team game? Further down the field, it is all sorts of messy as the 125 is under pressure from Minton, who is trying to get past that Porsche. Bentley should be quicker than the Porsche in a straight line, but with the Aston in front of the Porsche giving a lot of draft, and this is just a stream train of cars. Bentley does have the slight advantage though, but Minton's going to have to go to the outside coming up into Quarry Bend. He's going to not be able to do that. It's going to be super difficult through there. His opportunity is going to come most likely in towards the chase, where he can do a lovely cutback potentially on the Porsche Verlich up behind the 100 car of Dubovsek. Having not been able to pull the pin in qualifying, is absolutely flying up to the back of these Ferraris. Not able to live with the pace of Nida Zak, however that might change once he has disposed of the number 100 of Simon Dubovsek. That whole middle of the pack is so very condensed. Audi getting up behind Miksik in the 96 car. Porsche goes defensive, but that is a legitimate line into Forest Elbow. Just get the braking done in as straight a line as you can. The Audi will have an ever so slight speed advantage. I'm surprised the 96 hasn't gone to the left-hand side to try and block in towards the cutting. The Audi is alongside, will have the inside at the King. Oh, we'll be in front into the King. That's how slow these Porsches are. The Audi, which is a slow car in a straight line, don't get me wrong, as someone's had an excursion off the inside of the chase. I don't see who that was. Oh, but maybe it was the 80 who was a bit slow. Minton is now in front of Santic. That's what it was. I think the Porsche outbraked himself. Was that an incident? 84 car is not what I was looking for. Nope. So there wasn't contact. Perhaps the 125 made a mistake all on his own. But now the Audi, I didn't realise the Audi was quick enough in a straight line to get past the Bentley. Meanwhile, the Minton Bentley has overtaken the Team Bean Aston Martin, which, technically speaking, isn't as quick in a straight line. Santic must feel so terrible, mired in all of this traffic. Where he's quickest is over the mountain here. What can Minton do now with some clear air? The Porsches have swapped. It's great to see. Asura in the number 5 Audi, still pressuring the Porsche of Santic. We'll get it nice and tidy in towards... Yeah, and this time the 125 takes a much wider line. Not feeling quite as pressured. Perhaps he knows the Maru isn't going to make the attack through that slower section out onto the Comrade straight, back towards the pits, and there isn't quite enough speed in the Audi this time. He's going to have a look to the inside. Can he get it under braking? He's alongside. The 125 will have to give him space, but the 5 cannot make it happen, and now Miksik is right in the mix to take the position away from the 5 car. Dakusa, meanwhile, in the background is watching this, going, yes, 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 yes. Feel free to get in amongst yourselves. We will take advantage of that. Through Hell Corner. And now the most difficult straight in the world, I think, is the fairest way to put it. Let's have a look at the inside of the Porsche. Up and over the bump, as you hear, the suspension does actually bobble a bit. Makes it not able to see that inside corner for the Audi in front. Had to have a double bite at the cherry so that he didn't get too high over the curb. Aero platform of these cars is so very important that it only takes the smallest interruption to really throw off all of the downforce and aero benefit that these cars now have. Big understeer for the 96 car and a hip and shoulder to the wall on the exit of Suleiman. That will be the dent in the armour that Dakusa will want to see. Meanwhile, Asurumaru again coming down the Conrad straight. That Audi must be trimmed to the max to get the straight line speed out of it. To the inside he goes, through the kink, it's side by side. The Porsche goes to the inside and they make contact. It looks as though the Porsche tried to take racing incident, I think. I'm not going to say too much. Let's have a quick look at the replay. From the helicam, let's see if this gives us any better perspective. The Porsche goes to turn it. It was the 5 car of Maru who ended up losing it on the inside, just having to tighten down the kink. It's racing instant, yes, but it was the Audi. I'm intrigued to see what the stewards say about that. There is a mandatory pit stop, so they won't have to carry that damage to the end at least. But that's a lot of pressure to have to pinch down when you're doing over 180 miles per hour. Through the dipper, and we've got another mistake from a Porsche. They are very quick when they need to be, but it seems like it's just getting the better of the ISDA drivers tonight. A very, very simple mistake by Verlich through the dipper. And that will drop him back into the grasps of Barnabas Concoli.
This is race control. Cars number 125 and number 5 are under investigation for collision.
Just announcement of the investigation. No decisions been made so far. That Porsche does look to be mostly intact and seems to have survived the impact shockingly well, I might add. Normally, when you get an accident at the dipper, that's the end of it. How many times have we seen all of those compilations on YouTube? The Porsche is looking sound at the moment. Concoli is looking to pressure. I wonder if Leon might take the dipper a little bit slower this time. I don't think he will. That was a beautifully held slide coming up through Reed Park up towards Suleiman, just on the edge of adhesion. Got so close to the wall that the car disappeared behind for just the smallest of moments. Make no mistake, it may look calm and collected, but these drivers are absolutely on the edge of what they are comfortable with doing. And I recently discovered that there is not a whole lot of feel that you get from ACC simulating the power steering that these cars all have. Means that compared to other simulators, perhaps, the driving is a little bit numb. Dan Minton, meanwhile, he's not in this battle at the moment, but my goodness, he's going to be soon. There is the fight ahead for 5th, 6th and 7th. And over the mountain, he is taking chunks of time out of the cars ahead. 44 car is feeling like he is pressured and under pressure from Ferraris. Through Quarry they come. And that Porsche is going to be carrying a not inconsiderable amount of damage. Absolutely ridiculous how close they're fighting with the walls. I don't really need to say just how incredible this track is, but this series of corners just here. Oh, I can't wait for the return to Bathurst next year. That is going to be a must-watch for me. Oh, another big knock from the 44 car. I dare say that can't be part of the strategy. If you slim down that Porsche anymore, there won't be any of it left. Through the chase. And the Porsche is still just about hanging on.
This is race control. The incident between cars 125 and 5 will be investigated after the race.
Is that because... No, Santic is still running. We have lost the 5 car. We have lost the number 5 Audi from the race. That's heartbreaking, that is. Because he was really up there as well. The problem is with the way that ISDA does their scoring is that even if you circulate in 16th, you will get points, so it's always worth riding to the end. Even if you are all the way down the field, every point can make the difference come the end of the race, and you never know what's going to befall anybody else. We could have a crash at the head of the field that blocks the dipper. Now that wouldn't be a terrifying sight. .44 car right underneath the Ferrari again as they come out onto Conrad Straight. But there's absolutely nothing that he can do to fight the straight line speed of that Ferrari. Even in the draft, I dare say, let's see if we can get the interior camera. Even in the draft, the Ferrari is still pulling away in a straight line. Shocking BOP. Oh, as the 44 gets a big old bump on the curb. I was saying earlier about the car being unsettled. That's what I mean. Verlich very much being hampered by the pace of that Ferrari in front. Dakusa, meanwhile, was ahead momentarily across the line, and he's close enough now to Mixic that there might be an opportunity for that Bentley coming up into Quarry Bend. He looks one way, he looks the other. He's going to get on the brakes. The 96 defends to the inside. This is going to be slowing both of them up, which is going to play into the hands of Rock Cops, who is coming up behind. He is now in this fight as well. Little glint in the sunlight, and now the 80 car has to pull as much as he can in an area where the Porsche is very quick, as the 96 runs very, very tight to the wall again. This fight will absolutely come back to each other when they get onto the Comrade Straight. So the Porsche has now played its card. The 80 car has held on really well through the strong part of the circuit for that 911 GT3R. And now it just remains for the Bentley to try and reel it in down the straights. Through the kink of Conrad they come. And out of there, they remain a decent distance apart. That's a really good looking number 80 car. I really do like that. And now, as they go across the line, it's down on the exit of Hell Corner. Verlich, Mixic didn't quite get off as well as he would have liked. Dakusa is on the hunt up into Quarry Bend. Great little fight here, and that Lexus seems to be dropped ever so slightly. I dare say that might be just the pace of the Lexus not quite being on par with the rest of the field here. Break away from this. Do you want to break away from this? Oh, this is awful. Break away from this ever so slightly as they go through the forest section. Coming up the hill, Adrian Santic on the back of Otto Winkler. Winkler has gained a couple of positions through just being tidy and safe. But Santic, who was involved in that event prior, down at the kink, is hunting the 82 car. It's just so fast in that mountain section. Here's the run for Dakusa in towards the chase they come. Wasn't able to do anything on that occasion. That's going to be the place to make it stick though for Dakusa, and I think he knows it. Up in the draft of Mixic and making it work, just holding on as best he can to the Porsche across the mountain. That is going to be the ticket of the day. And use the straight line speed of the Bentley to actually make the pass. Concoli has had an accident at the cutting. What has happened to Barnabas Concoli? He's about to go below Mixic, so he has lost out big time. What happened to that Ferrari? He was all on his own. He's just going to get, very, very squiggly, and that is a big, big hit on the outside of the cutting. Gets the car moving, check of the mirrors. All is well on the exit, but that's an enormous hit to the 51 Ferrari. And several positions lost as well. So not actually related. Where's Rock Cops? Rock Cops to the outside of the 80 car. This is big moves over D'Couza. What has happened to D'Couza? Where's the Porsche? What has happened to Mixic? Oh, they may have gotten together. See, this is the thing, this is the reason why you straight up can't cut away from the action at any point in time, because you can guarantee the one time... Oh, is this synced wrong? No, this looks spot on. Oh no, the 96 got it all wrong. Oh, so absolutely no fault of the 80 car. Mixic got it all wrong on his own through the cutting and parked it across the road where the 80 had nowhere to go. So now, Concoli's in the pits. Concoli's in the pits with 1:15 before the pit window opens. I feel like that may be a bit of a miscue. I doubt there would have been that much damage that he couldn't have limped around a couple of laps. It would have only been one lap. By that point,
this is race control. Cars number 80 and 96 are under investigation for collision in lap 11, turn 15.
That will be a fairly cut and dry decision, I would suggest. What isn't a cut and dry decision, however, is the 80 versus the 23 car. Into the kink they come, up towards the chase. 80 car is starting to reel it back in, just getting used to... no, this could be ideally placed. Oh, this could be ideally placed for the 80 car. He's staying ever so slightly left. The pit window is open. I don't think he was quite paying enough attention, though. This is middle of the pack, so who is going to jump first? Everywhere above 10th is around the lap elsewhere, so it's only the lower half of the field who have the opportunity. Joe Kick is our first scheduled pit caller. From 12th position, Adrian Santic will take to the pits as well. I wonder if he's going to get that damage get that damage fixed. Edo Cops into the pits as well. A few drivers feeling the burn of the mountain, not least of which because on track it is currently 38 degrees. Absolutely not wanting to take your dogs for a walk in these conditions. That Lexus is cutting close to the wall as well. Oh, I tell you what, I've got to do this. Minton has fallen back ever so slightly from this fight, but we'll stay with him for just a moment. I want to see how he takes Griffin's mount next time around, because that will give us the full effect of just how terrifying this track is. Oh, but Concoli still in the pits. Will lose out to... Is that the 125? Santic out and away ahead of Jokic 2. So they're out with some fresh air, a lot of fresh air. Maciej Heiler into the pits. And how long is he going to be stopped for? It's a long time. It's a really long time. Okay. Interesting. Noble's in the pits as well. I dare say that we might see a few of these rock cops. Misses the apex entirely at Hell Corner, but that's not a problem in the slightest. Mixic is in the pits too. Everybody is pitting very, very early. And that is throwing all of my timing screens off. Let's just run with the number 8 Porsche for the time being. Oh, look at the... This is my bucket list. This is absolutely my bucket list. Never mind Nürburgring, never mind Le Mans, never mind all of that. Let's go and look over Skyline. Better than that, let's drive over Skyline. Oh. Absolutely astounding. So, the race leader has been demoted to 8th position through the pit stops at the moment. Let's see now how the rest of the field fares. Still waiting for Noble to break the timing screen. Minton isn't quite closing up yet. I don't think he's had any incident or accident. I think that's just the 75 car running in clear air at its peak performance. He's not... There may be some trouble for that car. Perhaps a new set of boots is on the cards. He's making up a load of time through the...
This is race control. Car number 96 receives 10-second penalty for not applying brakes after spin and causing a collision. Car number 96, 10 seconds penalty.
Okay. That's surprising. That's surprising. But race control does have much better perspectives than we do on the race. Not only that, they do also have all of the telemetry from external tools. We have in the video description, if you want to watch the live timing, there is a link for that there. But that 96 car, now with a 10-second penalty, shouldn't affect its position at the moment. But we'll see how the rest of the race will play out. Also, Winkler is in the pits. I think he... No, this is for position. So he's rolling again. That's the 80 car that's just gone through. So that position is safe for the 96 car at the moment. Plenty left to go in the remaining 29 minutes as neither Zach takes to the pits. Is this to cover off Heiler? As does Tabovsek, the Ferraris both pitting on the halfway mark. As does the 44 car of Verlich. So he survived with that damage for a very long time. Kudos to Leon Verlich for keeping that Porsche relatively clean in what has been an extraordinary battle. But the Pirate Racing cars, 10 seconds apart at the head of the field, climbing the mountain for Filip Borovec. What a scary corner. And it's so close to a street circuit with how close the walls are, but it's just like no other street circuit that you have ever seen. For those of you in England, it's like racing over Shooters Hill. Which, to be fair, isn't the worst idea. Honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. It would be terrifying, but fun. What has happened? Verlich has lost out in the pit stops. No, he hasn't. He's ahead of Tabovsek. He's behind Nida Zak. No, order has been restored. Bernich to the pits. And perhaps 7 seconds later, in comes his teammate Dan Minton. If he doesn't pit here, will take the lead of the race. No, in he comes. The pit lane here is so complicated. So complicated to try and get the cars slowed down and in a straight line as well. A safety car has not been called on yet tonight. Actually, is that a that looks like a new paint job to me. I don't remember the front being blacked out like this before. Very, very, very good looking Audi, this. That's not what we're here for, though. What we're here for is the 125 of Adrian Santic losing out in a way to Otto Winkler. But also hunting him down as well. And here is where it all gets ever more complicated. 30 seconds left in the pit window. The safety car is the only one to have not served a pit stop. Makes you wonder what a GT3, GT4 race would look like at Bathurst. Oh, that would be fun. Dan Minton is driving himself into a points-paying position here. Up behind the 44 car, we know how quick he is. We know how quick that Bentley is. And we know that Verlich might actually be carrying damage. Simon Tabovsek gets it all wrong. Coming through Suleiman Park. That's a lot of damage on the back of there. Oh, and he's going to lose it big time again. There is nothing on the back end of that suspension. He's going to lose out big time. I don't think I clicked the right button. A beautiful 360 from the 100 car, but probably not what he wanted to do. He's just going to come over through the dip, and it's when he came over the crest there, just got super light and it hit really hard. The rear right corner. That is No good at all. Oh, and then a lovely spin. Just for merriment. I completely missed the timings on my replay. I'm very sorry for that. 100 car has just fallen behind the Lexus of Rock Cops. So he's still doing okay. 10th position for the moment. He's going to... Oh, look how awful that is to drive before he gets the damage fixed. The steering wheel's still straight. So all of that damage is absolutely on the back of the car. Oh, wrong camera. Santig makes his way past the 82 car in a very, very rare straight line pass by a Porsche. I have a feeling we might see that 100 car go into the pits and not come back for at least a while. Here we go. Down Comrade Straight they come. The 125 up underneath the draft of the Bentley. Is this a mistake from the Bentley, or is this just the pace of the Porsche? On the brakes to come, and an enormous dive by the 125. Makes it happen all on his own merit. But now he has to defend coming back up. The mountain straight has made it happen. Has managed to defend through Quarry Bend, and now the Porsche can start to stretch its legs. Oh, but that was a kick on the outside. That's what is causing the problems today. A little errors, the walls jumping out at the drivers. Now once again, it's a Porsche that can't quite hold on. Damage to the side of the car. As I don't believe I'm saying this, but Romano Berenic is behind Nida Zak. The Ferrari is ahead of the Porsche, but what can the Porsche do up in the draft on Mountain Straight? It is called Mountain Straight. That sounded a little bit wrong to say. He has no answer for the Ferrari in a straight line. Into Quarry they come. 8 car using significantly more road on the exit, carrying much more apex speed. But now the 8 car is beginning to fall away. Is he though? I think he is. That was an incredible pass from nowhere. I want to go and find that replay though. Can the number 8 car outdo the Ferrari? It's in the same way that the 125 just outdid the Bentley. He has every opportunity here. He's right underneath the bumper of the Ferrari, but it's just too fast in a straight line. Nida Zak doesn't even need to feel the need to defend, although into the chase he does half defend. But perhaps coming down into Murray's, the Porsche is going to have to go the long way around if he's going to make it happen. But gives up on this occasion. Comes out of Murray's Bend, back towards the pit wall. The Porsche can't go one way, it goes the other. Is going to narrow the apex at Hell Corner for the 89 Ferrari. And try to take the speed out onto the straight. I'm not even going to touch any buttons because I daren't press the wrong one. But on Mountain Straight with no draft, the Ferrari just cruises away. 8 car goes back to the racing line, can get it done on the brakes, but can't make any progress in towards the 89 car.
This is race control. The incident between cars number 44 and 75 is under investigation. Cars number 44 and 75 under investigation.
44 and 75. Nothing's going to happen through the Audi cutting, up through Sulman Park they come now, down, up and down and up they go. Tight as to wall as you like, through McPhillamy they come, and the Ferrari gets loose! The Ferrari of Nida Zak gets loose. I think he kept it out of the barrier. But Minton now has played himself into a 5th position. Let's see if I can get the replay up and see where that all went wrong for Nida Zak. Through Suleiman, it's all as you like. On the curbs on the outside, and oh, he got a knock on the inside wall. So there will be some damage on that Ferrari going forward. This is a massive turn of events. Front left corner damage then for the 89 Ferrari, even if we aren't seeing it. And who is that hunting in the background but Dan Minton in the 75 Bentley. 5 seconds off 4.9 as they come across the line. But how much straight line speed does that Ferrari have now that it's got some front corner damage? The Pirate Racing drivers, once again, through relentless consistency in their driving, have managed to secure the very best positions that they can. Nothing is touching that 213 Audi today. And even at race pace, he's doing a 2:02.0, which is just extraordinary. Minton is closing the gap on Zak here, but I don't think it's enough at the moment to make a massive difference. Where is... I timed it to perfection. Let's take a very brief ride on board with your race leader, the PCDC Audi of Maciej Heiler at Bathurst.
This is race control. The investigation between number 44 and 75 doesn't require any further investigation.
Poetry in motion as the 213 marches towards another victory at ISDA. And there is damage to that car, so he has had at least some incident or accident at some point in the race. It hasn't come up on my tracker. But there has absolutely been some contact somewhere around the lap. He's so far ahead. It's 24 seconds is the gap between Maciej Heiler and Filip Borovic, who is ahead of his teammate. Noteworthily, I feel like Filip might have a bit of a soft spot for Bathurst. I don't know what makes me think that. A delightful lack of penalties too being handed out tonight. So even though, I tell you what, let's have a very quick look at the track map while we're here. As, yeah, 2-1-3's got lots and lots of time. He's only lapped one car. That's how long this lap is. The only car he's lapped is the 100 car, who we've seen have two massive, massive accidents in the course of the race, and he's only just catching up to the 51 car of Concoli. That's how hot the pace is tonight out here in the outback. The rest of the drivers seem to be circulating fairly separately. Unfortunately, this is how races at Bathurst tend to end up. Little mistakes have big consequences on the mountain, to the point where many drivers have said, many commentators have said, it doesn't matter your skill, it doesn't matter what car you're driving, the mountain chooses who will win the race. I do feel that the mountain has a preference for Audi tonight. As Heiler has just been relentless in his pursuit of fastest lap after fastest lap. I think there was a knock on the inside. Hang on. That was definitely a knock on the inside of the cutting there. Over Skyline. Yeah. So that Audi is still absolutely... Why would you do this to me? That was terrifying. So that Audi is still touching walls, just like the rest of the field is suffering with how thin this racetrack actually is. Closest cars at the moment is Adrian Santic on the back of Dejan Jokic. In the 74 car, another one of these cars that has been through the wars tonight. Remember how this could have been so different had the chips fallen slightly differently. With 10 minutes left, Heiler with a 25-second lead now. The gap has stabilized for the most part. I don't think Heiler is letting up though. Perhaps the car's damage and all the little rubs that he's had are starting to get the better of that pace. Yeah, in fact, Heiler has slowed ever so slightly. But Borovic is ever so slightly on fire in second position. It does look like Santic is slowly falling away from the car ahead. Is that Ferrari that just went through the front of shot there that he is fighting with, but he's closed up. He has closed up. So perhaps there is, let's have a look at Joe Kick for just a second, see if that Ferrari is still tracking straight and true. It looks all good. It does look as it should. But Santic is definitely reeling in the Ferrari over the course of the lap. 7 minutes remaining, so there's lots of time for Santic to make the move for 11th position. Oh, but not if he keeps making mistakes like that. There's so much contact being made with the walls around here. I have to get the drivers to walk around and sign their particular marks come the end of the race as they come through the very tight and twisty section of the track. The handling performance of the Porsche gives Santic the confidence he needs to close up, but now they get out onto the Comrade straight. Meanwhile, Concoli and also Winkler fighting for position. Bentley versus Ferrari, Britain versus Italia in the Australian outback. Ferrari looks very menacing in the back of the Bentley, and this is where the 51 car is going to be strongest, in that straight line pull from Forest Elbow down to the chase. Just winds out the gears a little bit longer than the Bentley can. Has a look to the inside at the chase. Is going to make it easy in the end, does Winkler, because the 51 car is going to get a wiggle on the exit. Just ever so slightly outbraked himself, but that was the pass made easy by Winkler. I think not quite wanting that particular fight at that particular stage, but now he's coming back with the Ferrari burning a hole in the aero in front, has the opportunity to make something happen. Remember too, the leader is in the background of this shot as well. So perhaps Otto can use that to his advantage. I dare say that might be, or I will keep an eye on that on the timing screens. But oh, the Porsche's had a big ol' off. 5 minutes to go and has just eaten the wall. Our timing is absolutely awful tonight. It really is. I feel so guilty for all of the drivers. Goes right to the very outside, misses the apex at McPhillamy. So perhaps feeling under pressure, or the aero wash. Very early apex for Skyline. Oh, but he's just going to rub the wall, gets it all wrong at the dipper. And that car, if it's towing straight and true, I will be very, very surprised indeed. This could be blood in the water for Edo Cops, however. The gap is 12 seconds. But depending on how damaged that 125 car is, there could be a whole lot of ground to be made in these final 4 minutes. Minton is struggling around the 2 second. That's closing in really quite a lot. This could be a 4th position for Minton. Nidazak has not taken a pit stop to repair the damage on the front left. It makes no sense at this point in the race, but he is closing up hand over fist. The Ferrari goes defensive so early. There is something wrong with that Ferrari. Can we see the inside of the Ferrari? What is... I don't think any of those gauges are working. I don't think those gauges are working. But Dan Minton right on the back of Nidazak now. The Ferrari goes out wide. The Bentley cuts back to the inside. There is definitely something wrong with that Ferrari. It is made easy for Minton in the end. Oh, as the Ferrari gets a big old opposite lock moment there. Let's jump on board with the Ferrari driver. What is he battling in that black and yellow machine? Just trying. It seems fine in the high-speed corners. The Bentley gets a lovely wiggle on through Skyline. Understeer through the dipper, that's perfectly normal. Then into Forest Elbow. The car looks straight. It looks okay. It must just be. Unless he's on a very lean map. Did he run out of fuel? He's running out of fuel. Nidazak is running out of fuel. Ladies and gentlemen, drama in the closing stages. The man who was looking so good to finish on the podium is not pitting? The indicators are on. His left indicators, his hazards are on. What has happened to that Ferrari? I need to have another look at this. Hang on. He's on full eco. That's why he's falling back. Nidazak is eco driving to the end of the race. He has got his hazards on because he is so very tight on fuel. Meanwhile, for the podium positions, Romano Berenic and Filip Borovic are going at it hammer and tong. The teammates get inches apart coming through Forest Elbow. This is a fight worth watching as... Oh, is this going to be Heiler across the line? Heiler will come across the line. Maciej Heiler led from the start. He will take the checkered flag as the teammates go side by side for the final time this season. The 8 car will back out of it into the chase. Sensible driving from the teammates. Big old twitch from the Berenic car. It is Romano Filip Borovic who will take second position, provided he doesn't park up for his teammate. No, he doesn't, as the 8 car will have to settle for third. Maciej Heiler has taken to the escape road to give us some well-earned donuts. Burn off the rest of that fuel. Burn off the rest of that rubber as well. Where is Nidazak? Nidazak has run out of fuel on the run down Comrade Straight It hasn't blown an engine, but the engine has got nothing left to run off of. And this is going to be a heartbreak. He is going to drop all the way down to 13th position from what was a guaranteed 4th. As D'Couza is going to try and put pressure on Rock Cops, but can't make it happen across the line. Is that the 96 car? Yeah, 96 comes across the line. What happened? Did the 96 run out of fuel as well? As the cars are all parked. Hang on a second. I've got to get a shot of this. You know I love it. You know I love some donuts to finish out a session. I love donuts to finish out a season as well. Thank you very much, Otto, and everybody else for satisfying my thirst for the smell of burning rubber. As the 69 car gets across the line. I think we've already lost a driver. Let me have a look here. Nope, that isn't going to give us anything useful either. So we need to wait for the session to finish before we can get the full classified times. But I dare say we have champions to crown as we wait for the final driver. The final driver is Nida Zak, who will never get to the checkered flag. Where did he get to? Oh, he got as far as the chase as well. Oh my goodness. Nida Zak with the worst luck. Asking for a push, I assume from the safety car. Oh my goodness. You'll have to wait for the session to play out, I dare say. Nida Zak, while out on track at the moment.
Push.
I'm watching.
Push.
I can't push.
Push me.
I can't push. Hang on.
Oh my god! I was still waiting for someone.
I don't think we can give you outside assistance. This is so heartbreaking. What happened?
Is it finished the race already?
Yeah, the race is finished. The race is finished. It's just you stuck out on the track that hasn't come across the line. There we go.
Ah man, that's shame.
That's awful luck, Zach. That is such awful luck. What?
I don't know what happened.
Go on, what
happened?
Oh,
it's full. I'm full. I'm starting with full tank. I don't know why I cannot finish the race. It's full tank, man. What should I do more?
No, I'm not arguing with you at all. That was a heartbreaking finish to the race. When did you know that you weren't going to be able to make it?
When Minton passed me, I was on mode 12.
Yes.
On engine, but it was already too late to switch mode 12 because I should have switched it before, like 3 laps before.
Yeah.
To save it, but when I saw that it's already done, so
there's nothing you could do at that point.
It's 1 hour sweating, and then you are like this, so I'm so disgusted.
Was it not an option to just drop into the pits to put that those 5 liters of fuel in?
There is no way to add fuel. It's deactivated. It's
is it? Oh my goodness! So
yeah.
You would have had to fuel save at some point in the race.
I have.
Wow.
But there is no way to add fuel in the race.
Yeah.
The option was
fueling is banned.
It's banned, but why the fuel is banned? It should not been banned.
Well, this up until this point, it hasn't really been an issue.
Yeah, I know.
But what a heartbreaking finish to the race and to the season. I have no words of consolation, man. I really don't.
Yeah.
It's just such horrid luck.
But tell me, am I the only Ferrari that has this problem?
You're the only Ferrari who ran out of fuel, as far as I know.
So tell me your opinion. Is it something wrong? Because I started with 110. It's full tank. So I need explanation about this.
Bear in mind that you were the highest placed Ferrari by quite a bit. The next Ferrari was in 11th position. So, and that was Jokic in 74. So you were going significantly faster than the rest of the Ferraris. It may be that they knew the problem and figured the problem out and started fuel saving earlier. And
that's what I will ask in the chat, because I don't understand. I was in map 1, fast, but that's crazy to being that close on the fuel.
Yeah, 100%. Super unlucky, but thankfully that pace that you had earlier in the race did make sure that you were only going to go as far as 13th. So yes, it's heartbreaking, man. It's not a big consolation. I can't give you anything more than that, though. It's just so unlucky.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I will just blame myself. I should have figured out 3 laps before, not just 1 lap. Yeah, it's a lesson for me.
Yeah,
I will learn from this next races and next seasons, because I'm just gutted. Man, it was P4, Anyway.
Yeah, no, we'll get. It's the end of a season. We'll get to start afresh next time, and
hopefully.
And maybe take something that isn't the Ferrari next time.
Yeah, maybe I will. The Ferrari is good, but I still will learn to manage the fuel in further situations. Anyway, thank you for your consolation.
No, I'll say I wish I could offer more. I really do. You have a lovely evening, Zach. It's been great watching you drive, and you've been an absolute honour to be able to commentate you racing, because you're just such a talent.
Yeah, I don't know if it's mine, man. Thank you for your comments. I will watch this race again on your point of view.
Good man.
As usually, but it will be a sad finish for me.
Yes. No, don't worry. It's a sad finish for me. I was heartbroken for you. I'm so heartbroken for you, man. But yeah, we'll catch you next time. All right. Cheers, man. Bye. Next into the com box. Who do we pick up? We need to pick up the man who outscored his teammate Philip Borovic. Oh, wow. I can't remember how to say your surname again. It's that C at the end that gets me. Borovic. Yeah. Okay. I'm.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it completely wrong in both ways. Philip,
you will learn someday.
I will learn someday. The problem is there's so many different types of names and things like that. It's in so many different languages as well. It's awful. Anyway, second position ahead of Romano. Was that on pace, or was that on some kind of team mathematics that you needed to get as many points as possible, etc., etc.?
No, it wasn't. First of all, it wasn't on pace. He was faster, like always. But I think he crashed a little bit, and I managed to get him through the pits, and he actually caught up in the end. Yes. I don't know if you.
Yeah. We did see right at the very end. He was, because I thought that you were slowing up for championship points and the like. But no.
He's just he's like 300ths of a second faster in the second sector, and I have no idea how he does it. No idea. So
alien genes. That's what it is.
yeah. I think so too.
I have no idea. Well, it's good to have you in here. You've sewn up the teams championship. You did that ages ago. Even with all of the technical issues, which I hope we have seen the back of now.
Yeah, I hope so. It was my internet router that was malfunctioning, so I have a new one now, so it should be good. Yeah.
Excellent. That's great to hear. So all ready for next season to go and take another championship.
We can try.
We can certainly try. You might have a bit of trouble if Maciej Hyla has anything to do with it next season.
Oh man, his car here and him, super fast. Like half a second
it's
faster
terrifying.
than us. So we couldn't drive the Porsche faster.
No.
Than we did on this track. So.
And you'll have to rewatch the stream because it was watching the Audi. You wouldn't have believed that it was an oversteery car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way he was driving it, it's as though it was on rails. I need to find out what his setups are because I want to have a car that handles like that.
Yeah, he was really great. No other word for it. So.
Yeah. 100%. But you'll take home the team's championship. I'm waiting for. I don't know if Romano is going to take the drivers' championship.
He might.
He might. That's a very big might at the moment. Yeah. But what would that mean to Romano to take home the championship for the drivers?
I think he would be happy.
Yeah.
But he has to lose sometimes, you know? That would be good too.
Yeah. I mean, does he really?
I don't know.
And I'm sure today it was just the best feeling being able to keep him at bay, coming down Comrade straight.
Quali was crazy.
It was.
Yeah, I managed to put a great lap. It was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I managed to be in front of him, so I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, no, you really did. So could you say that Bathurst is perhaps a slightly more happy stomping ground for you now?
This is actually the first race that I managed to finish without crashing anywhere, ever.
Oh, so, really?
Two wins for me. I managed to beat Romano, and I managed not to crash.
That's incredible.
So, yeah.
No, that's absolutely incredible.
I mean, the track is really, really hard when you want to drive it on pace, fast pace.
Yep.
It's a little mistake and it's over.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we saw,
especially in the Porsche. Sorry.
Yeah. No. The story of tonight was absolutely people throwing it at the wall across the mountain. It was incredible. We even had what was it? The 51 car Concoli was hunting. I think I can't remember who it was. Hunting someone, just going through where all those left-handers at the top of the mountain, and the car just went light, and he massive damage on the rear left, the rear right corner, and then he had to survive the rest of the lap round. It's an unforgiving place, isn't it?
Yeah, you missed the line for a few meters and it's over. So every lap has to be near perfect on the mountain.
Yeah.
So it's really, really, really hard.
How satisfying is it to get it, of all the places to get it right? The place that is so hardcore that they have a 12-hour race and don't have a 24-hour race because all the drivers say, do you know what? We wouldn't be able to do that.
Imagine driving this track in real life. So these guys are crazy.
I could imagine
Super
nothing
crazy.
more fun. I could imagine nothing more fun.
I think I would be terrified.
No, I'm weird. I don't have a fear factor like that.
Sure?
My brain. Oh no, my brain doesn't do that. No, give me Skyline at 150 miles per hour. Yes, I'll do that. Absolutely.
Oh my god.
100%. I've got no qualms about that. But no,
That's cool.
Philippe,
Yeah.
congratulations on the potential of a drivers' championship. If you could pass that on to Romano for us.
I will.
But
Thanks, man.
taking home the team's championship after all the issues that you've had through the season and just the display that you guys have had, making that Porsche work where it really, really shouldn't be. Just the utmost congratulations. Well done. Round of
you.
applause. All those good things.
Thanks, man. See ya.
And now it's a drink. Now it's relaxed and
Yeah.
have a drink. Have
Beer.
a lovely evening, Philip. Yes.
Bye.
See ya. Last into the combox, or that's in the waiting room at the moment, is the Team Bean driver of Jamie Noble. I keep on going to call you Bewley after Max's surname, and I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. How's it going, Jamie? How was Bathurst?
It was bloody scary.
Oh,
Kept hitting
only
the
bloody
wall.
scary.
I hit the wall twice, so I'd say that was not bad.
I think we
I
got
took-
both of those on camera as well.
Oh, I hope so. I really watched those. I across the top. I had a massive save
Yeah.
as well.
Oh yeah, you did. Oh no,
Yeah.
that one we definitely did. It's the
I think the new wheel saved me there. I finally got my CSLDD.
Oh, you got your CSLDD.
Finally.
Epic.
It's
Epic.
only slightly cracked my desk, but that's just the price you pay.
It's a small price to pay for having feedback that means something.
Oh my god, yeah. The difference is insane.
Don't. I don't. Just.
It's just
Alex has been insufferable enough saying
it's so
with
good,
saying how I
honestly.
need to buy one, but
It's so
no,
good.
go away.
It's so good.
Go away.
With the McLaren rim as well.
Oh, stop.
It's so good. Well, anyway, the
Anyway.
race itself was alright. P6, you know.
No, P6 is a pretty decent finish.
But
Bearing in
P-
mind he clattered the wall twice. I did see.
Yeah, I had 5 seconds of damage at the end.
Yeah, that's not too bad though.
No, it's
To
not.
be fair, when you bear in mind that, just watch the replay. I can't give away.
I'm gonna watch.
I can't give away anything. There are some enormous offs.
Oh,
There
yeah,
are some
yeah, yeah.
enormous offs, and like if it was real life, the car would be a write-off, and it would be full course yellow, etc., etc.
Oh yeah.
But oh my goodness, what a race!
It was a good race though. It was fun.
No, it really is great. I absolutely adore Bathurst. I absolutely love Bathurst. I'm going to have to no life the 12 hours when it comes back next March.
Yeah, definitely. Got to
yeah,
try and
it's-
get over there.
Jump in the HSR Discord with us, and we can all talk
I'll
crap about all
organise a
the
little
drivers.
trip.
Yes.
Oh, talk trap. Okay.
Yeah.
Organise a trip. Something like that. Something like that.
Take the mick out of all the drivers who are getting it wrong over the dipper, through the dipper. Oh, it'd be great fun. Jamie, it's been awesome having you here
Yes.
this season. It'd be wicked to, next time
We'll
I'm
be
probably
back.
going to see you is going to be at Sebring. So,
Oh, yeah.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
mate. Yes, mate. Come to Sebring.
Yes. Got to send the ass to me.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Right.
Jamie, congrats on the season, and running that Team Bean livery is just incredible. Come back next season with Toast, would you?
Yeah, we will. We'll be back. I don't know if we'll be in the Aston though. I think when the new BMW comes out, we're gonna drive that.
That's got to happen as well. Yeah, I feel as though there's
Surely,
going to
it's
be a
gotta
lot.
be at some point.
Yeah, we've got to at least try it. I mean, if not,
It'd be
you could
quick,
always
it'd be
try and
quick.
drive a Porsche. Try being the operative word.
I've actually driven a fair amount of the Porsche. I think my 2 most driven cars are the Porsche and the Aston. I'm fairly quick in the Porsche, although I would never drive it at Bathurst.
Yeah,
Bloody
yeah.
hell. Absolute
just-
psychos.
It's just too unpredictable.
Problem I always have in the Porsche is you'll be going around a corner and suddenly you're pointing in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Oh no,
Maybe,
I
maybe
drove,
the CSL will help with that.
I drove it for the first time at Paul Ricard the other day, and under braking for Signa, you get on the brakes and it just turns round.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's a very peculiar car to drive.
I've driven a Porsche Cup car around Brands Hatch. I know how a Porsche handles. It's not supposed to do that.
No, it's dead weird, isn't it?
It's very strange. It really is very strange. Good
Yeah.
fun though. Really good fun.
Oh yeah. The Porsche. I love the Porsche. We
Yeah.
were considering running the Porsche for Zolder, and we were actually considering running the Porsche for this league.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we decided because it's the first time we had done
Play
a
it
league
safe.
before, we were like, the Aston, we've driven it a lot, and it's a relatively stable car. We were like, let's go
Yeah.
Aston.
Yeah, next season,
We're
take
doing
Mercedes.
Audi for Zolder.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
We've got a good livery for the Audi at Zolder.
Well, get in the HSR Discord and share it with us.
I think I put it in there at some point. I'll send it again.
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Catch you in a bit, Jamie. Congrats on the season. It's been epic having you around. And, well, long may it last.
Mm-hmm.
You have a good evening, mate.
Right,
Catch you in a bit.
You too. Bye.
And last, as he's finally rejoined, to the victor go the spoils for the PCDC Audi, Maciej Hyla. Congratulations on winning at Bathurst.
Thank you so much.
How was that for you? We saw a lot of damage on the car come the end of the race, but unfortunately you had such an enormous lead that any contact you may have had just didn't translate to lap time.
Yeah, it was kind of like a progressive thing. The small taps here and there. I did have one big off in Skyline where I went on the grass. Like, Skyline, you have the right-hander and the left-hander. I went on the grass and it kind of dragged on, hit the wall twice there. Got 25 seconds of damage from that.
What, down the end of the straight?
No. Like the right-hander that goes down. Like
It's actual Skyline. Okay, yeah. Where's
So
the grass on that?
Where? So there's the right-hander, and then there's the left-hander of the curb on the inside. And past that curb, there's a little bit of grass there.
Oh, okay. I've never gone that close to that curb because every time I go anywhere near it, it unsettles the car for the dipper. So that's never been an issue for me. So you had one big. So that explains where all of that damage came from. Good grief. How did that affect the Audi? Because it looked as though it was ever so slightly on rails tonight, that Audi. You need to divulge some of your secrets of your setup because that Audi should not handle that well.
Oh no, that's a PCDC secret setup. You can't do that.
Oh, that's a shame.
So I mean, it was pretty much before the damage. It was pretty much perfectly in balance, like not understeering, not oversteering, just perfect handling. And when I got the damage, it was slightly understeering. But yeah, I was really surprised. Like I think I got out lucky there because 25 seconds of damage should not have only translated to like 4 times.
Yeah.
So that was really lucky, to be honest.
100%. And I guess after the first half, it was basically nursing the car to the end of the race.
Yep, pretty much.
So I don't think I've spoken to you yet before.
No.
No, you've always absconded. Oh no, because you've had a load of disconnection issues. What's been going on, if you don't mind me asking? Because we have technical issues in real world racing. This is the real world equivalent of technical issues. But my goodness, you have been so unlucky with.
Oh no! I don't think I've only had one in Paul Ricard. Yeah, only in Paul Ricard.
Yes,
in Spa, I had the really. It's more. Yeah, it's more that just the Audi is super dangerous and scary.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had bigs off in Spa, in Misano. Oh no, in Misano in Misano I just got unlucky with the incident. But yeah, in Spa I had 2 big accidents in Eau Rouge.
Yeah. Well,
so it basically sent me to the back of the field.
Right? Yeah, if you have an accident, it's going to be at Eau Rouge at Spa, really, isn't it?
Yeah, especially in the Audi.
In the Audi, it's that or Puon. That long double left-hander.
It's because the Audi has a really skinny wing, so even if you do max swing on it, it's it really wants to kill you. Yeah, it really wants to kill you every single time in high-speed corners.
Huh. That's really good to know. I'm learning. I've not driven the Audi to any great extent in ACC, so I'm not familiar with it in the slightest. But that's really interesting. So, but it also doesn't have a very high top speed.
Oh, it does.
Does it?
Absolutely does. Yeah, it has. I mean, not the best top speed, but yeah, it's like I'd say above average.
Oh, okay. I thought it was only on par with the
Right.
Bentley.
Nah, it's definitely faster.
Oh, okay. I will stand absolutely corrected. I've not looked up the BOP for a while now. They might have changed that. But that's awesome. That's awesome to know as well. But you're going to come back for the next season?
Probably, most likely.
What's the question? Are you going to bring a teammate?
That's I don't know. Nobody really wants to do these midweek races, you know.
Okay.
Nobody really has time for that.
Yeah.
So that's why.
No, I totally understand that. But it would be good because if your current performance is anything to go by, then you must have sights set on the Drivers' Championship next season.
Yeah, I mean that's basically. I've been thinking about. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna go for the next season, but that's one thing that would probably make me want to do it, is the chance to actually take the Drivers' Championship if I don't fuck up the races.
Yeah. But that's the thing, is that if you had a teammate who could even remotely live with you in pace anyway, then the teams championship, which is also something that's recorded in ISDA history, is there for the taking.
Yep.
If you can find someone who can partner you.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Maybe there's gonna be someone in the team.
It's absolutely worth taking a look. Maciej, that is the correct pronunciation as well.
It's Mache actually.
Machi.
Yeah, Mache.
Yeah. There we go. I'm so sorry for butchering your name the entire season.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine. All the people that first see my name are like that. The teachers in school and stuff. So yeah, I've been called many things.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I have exactly the same problem. Don't you worry. Maciej, it's wonderful to speak to you finally. Please, can you start coming back more often, because it's great to have someone who is so chill about winning in the combox with us. Just being able to have a chat about the race and things like that. You're a pleasure to speak to, and it'll be great to speak to you again.
Oh, thank you so much, mate.
You have a lovely evening.
Yep. You too.
I'll
See
catch you
mate.
next time. Have fun. And without further ado, I will do one last refresh of the ISDA page. And let us see if we have... I don't think we do. We do? We do! So, I'm going to have to be really clever with this. So, yes, this is... Oh my goodness. So, the championship has absolutely turned on its head, as I need to... this is going to be a nightmare to try and do. Give me just a moment. And this is the reason why people have broadcasters to do this stuff in the background. But we will get the final standings for you in just a moment. I'm trying to squeeze it all onto one screen as well, just so that it's not too obtrusive. There we go. So, Romano Berenic will indeed take the overall Drivers' Championship, with Filip Borovic in second position. The Pirate Racing boys will stand out amongst the crowd once again. And in third, a very, very scary position for Maciej Heiler, who has somehow managed to push himself to third position despite having a number of issues through the course of the season. More notably, however, and to some more importantly, is the team standings. Let me just get this all sorted and ready for you. As Pirate Racing take the overall championship, almost doubling the point score of the Young Boys team. So 2 Porsche teams at the head of the championship, and then the Cops Racing team in Lexus. Incredible performances from those top 3 teams, and I'm over the moon to have been able to congratulate Philip when he was here. Magic Heiler. There's another round. Yeah, I've not had anything to drink tonight. That is purely me being ever so slightly brain dead from the amount of action going on in that race. Good evening to Chris, good evening Max, Ollie, Hervo, Steve. I see you all in chat there. It's just been ever so slightly. It's not the last race. Oh my goodness, it is not the last race. I am terrible. No, I thought that was next season. Hang on. Where's Mally gone? Mally has disappeared. What do you mean it's not the last season? I thought it was next. Oh no, it's race 7. We've got one more race. There we go. We do have one more race. We do have one more race at Alton Park. That's where we're finishing it out. There we go. We have Andre into. I've just fixed it. I've just looked at it. It was labelled wrong when I last looked at the calendar. It said that it was the next season.
No, it didn't.
Either that, or I misread a 7 as a 1. That's possible.
That's entirely possible, yes.
But that was terrifying. How was the AM stuff? No, wait, were you in the safety car?
Yes.
You were stuck in the pro safety car.
M safety car.
AM safety car. So tell me, in your very best commentator voice, how did the AM race go?
I actually have no idea because I was so busy trying to investigate all the incidents. No, I'm joking. It was kind of. Wait, my boss is here. I can't speak at the moment.
Yeah, you can.
It was kind of. It was a good start, very nice, clean start. But then there was. Sorry. But then there was. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Mel said anything.
There was some kind of weird incidents, I would say. But then there was a couple of incidents happened at the same time, but it was not incidents between drivers, but between driver and wall actually.
Yes.
And yeah, so I decided to call out the safety car. That's where I came in my time on the track.
Yep. And how many times were you called out in the end?
Only once.
Ah, that's all right then. One more than the pro class.
Exactly.
Mally's muted himself now.
Yes.
That's really unfair. Mally, I have
this microphone that picks up a lot of.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Clicking.
I have corrected it. I realised that I was being an ever so slight dum-dum. Yes, we have one more round at Alton Park. Yeah. Back to Britain.
Yes.
For the final hour. But do you think that Pirate Racing are even touchable at this point?
Pirate Racing themselves, no. As a team, they won the championship already. Congrats to them. Also, congrats to F1 Adria team for clinching the championship in M class as well. But yeah, the driver championship is far from over, and anything can happen. Remco Langedijk was leading the championship before tonight,
Yes.
and sadly he missed this round, and he dropped to P4. So
Yeah. No,
it's still tight at the top of the championship. Of course, we know that Romano is a favorite here, but anything can happen.
no, I totally agree. Well, if Mate is around for Alton Park, then he has to be one of the favourites going into the final round. And that's the other question as well, is he within a shout of taking second position then from Philip? He is very much in the hunt for silver overall in the Drivers' Championship. It's
Yes.
not going to take a lot for him to take that home in the end.
Yeah, I didn't believe it was going to be this tight at the end.
I mean, we're all happy that it is.
Yeah, of course.
I'm even more happy knowing that we're going to Alton Park next. I absolutely adore that track.
Yeah, it's a really really cool track. I love it in GT4s actually as well.
Yep.
I have no clue about the BOP, but I'd say Porsches will be once again at the high there because it's got so much stops and so much.
Yeah. And that beautiful island corner at the bottom end of the circuit. Absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
Absolutely wonderful. I'm going to very quickly close out the stream with one more round. I don't know why I got it in my head that this was the end.
I'll tell you after, perhaps.
Oh, okay, cool. When the one who is the sysadmin tells you he might have a reason why, that's okay. Cool. I might not be terrible after all. Right.
Just as the curtains close.
No.
No. Okay. Fine. Right. Ladies, I'll mute myself just to be nice. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been wonderful as always to be able to bring you through all of this incredible racing from ISDA. Your overall finishes will be Maciej Heiler to the win, Filip Borovic to second position, Berenic to third, Minton fourth, really doing well in that 75, Bentley Verlich to fifth, Noble sixth, Rock Cops to 7th, D'Couza to 8th, Mixic will finish 9th, Santic will finish 10th, Edo Cops will finish in 11th, Jokic 12th, Nida Zak falling all the way to 13th in the end, Barnabas Concoli to 14th, Otto Winkler to 15th, Tabovsek with that awful incident with the 100 car to 16th in the end, Igor Krishnic, who will have retired after 6 laps, and Sandal Tadic also retiring after 6 laps, and Asura Maru in that number 5 car seemingly disappearing in the end. My name is Binike Sky. It's been absolutely wonderful to have you all along. Very sorry for the ever so slight confusion with the calendar. I promise it wasn't on purpose. I promise it was me being silly, but I will see you all next time. Have a very good evening wherever you are in the world, and remember, be excellent to each other. Good night.